Hey everybody, welcome to episode 47 of Round the Twist. It's July 7th, 2010, and we're back. I'm back. Not that I really went anywhere, but I'm back. Another week. Yay! Obviously I haven't ingested enough caffeine tonight, so I've got my Dr. Pepper handy. Let's start off with, like we have been the last few weeks, the Eunice sock is almost done, the first one. This is the Volmize 100% in the Weird Different version of the Pesto colorway that I'm knitting on my signature double points, the US 2's 2.75 millimeter needles. Yeah, when I've discovered a lovely, wonderful thing, one of those things that all knitters kind of discover after a while, that when you work on something, it actually goes faster. I haven't really been working on this last week. Obviously, I've got a bunch done, but that was because I had to sit at my bank for about an hour and a half after work one morning, waiting for them to open. Because, okay, I thought my bank's drive-thru opened an hour before the actual office did. Lord knows they've got people walking in at 7:30, but no, they don't open until 9, just like the main part of the bank. So I just sat there in the car and listened to podcasts and knit, and I got a lot done. As you can see, I'm actually working on decreasing the toe. I got a couple decrease rounds in at Whole Foods tonight, and yeah, it's coming along great. I'm loving it. Plenty of yarn left for the second one, so no problems there with all the cabling. I can't remember the exact terminology for it in the book, and of course I didn't bring Sock Innovation in here with me. There's one point in the pattern where you actually have to do one of the big cable crosses, but as you do the cable cross, rather than just crossing the cables, you actually have to decrease away 3 stitches, I think it is. That's kind of a pain in the butt, but other than that, everything's been going really smooth. Yeah, I'm liking it. Coming along. Should be able to finish that and show you a finished first sock by next week. No problems with that. My green phase socks. This has been my purse knitting lately, except when I have that with me. This is my Trekking 4XXL in the 401 colorway. Oh, Trekking with your highly imaginative names. My 72 stitch around stockinette pattern on US 1s, the 2.25 millimeter needles. And that's going out the foot as well. I really need to try it on and see how close I am to ready to start the toe, actually. I might be getting kind of close. Oh, no, I got a couple more inches. Okay. That's coming along. I might have that finished by next week for you, too. The first sock, obviously, of both pairs. Ooh, stay. Stay. Stuff is wanting to fall off everything today. It's been a mess. Yeah. Speaking of messes, I took a couple trips, deep dives into the frog pond this week. First one being the guy's shoulder hug. Now remember I told you guys all about this, how I was using the Noro Crayon sock. Yeah, I ripped it out. I decided, why am I knitting with Noro? I don't like it. It's itchy. I know it softens up with washing, but I want to be able to enjoy the knitting at the same time. So this has been frogged. Not going to happen. Taken out of the queue. I'm going to try to find someone here to gift this to. I know a couple of my knitting friends really like the crayon sock for various projects. So that went bye-bye. The other thing that went bye-bye, the New Traditions baby blanket. Yes, actually, I don't even know if my coworker had her baby or not. She hasn't bothered to call into work to let us know if she had it, what she had. No one really knows. But like I told you guys last week, I had started it. I knit one set of little pink squares, which is actually called peony, for the center of one of the types of squares. And then I started adding the blue bits around the edges, which is the next step of this particular one. And so I was knitting away at work the other night on this one in particular. And we kind of have an over nurse at night. They're called the house supervisor, and they handle all the staffing and all the problems that crop up. And if you can't start an IV, they come up and help. And if they have to call in whoever the on-call surgical team is, they handle all that. They basically run around putting out fires all night long. But when they've got time, one of the house supervisors actually goes to my church, and she stopped up, and she's a crafter as well. I don't think she knits. I think she crochets. She crochets and quilts and embroiders, and I don't know what else. Sandy is really, really crafty. And I'm showing this pattern to her, and she goes, ooh. And I said, well, I've got this much done, and she sees all the ends dangling off. This isn't even the whole square yet, and she goes, how much more of this do you have to do? And I said, well, you do this and this and this. And I showed her the pattern, and she goes, have fun with that. And I took a good look at it and said, you know what? I'm stopping. I'm done. There's no way I'm going to ever weave in all these ends. I don't like putting regular fabric backing on a knitted piece. It's not going to happen. No. So what I'm going to do, where'd my bag go? I'm going to take this whole bag of all the lovely yarn that came in the kit, minus what I used to knit the little squares, which wasn't a whole lot. And this is going to become a version of a modern baby blanket, just like the last one that I knit, but I obviously have a lot more colors, and I don't know what gender the baby is. So I'm just going to take colors and knit to my little heart's desire, and it'll be a big garter stitch blanket, and it's going to be so much more fun. It might actually end up being a little bit bigger than the one I gave to my neighbors, because I thought that one, while the length was good, I thought it was a little bit narrow, so I'll probably add more blocks down one side and just keep going until I either use up all the yarn or I'm sick of knitting garter stitch, one of the two. That's the current plan, anyway, with that. And I don't know why lately I have just had this burning desire to knit sweaters. I don't know why. I want to pull my Aztec Mazes sweater back out again and get going on that. I've got a big pile of Kayuni yarn, that long, slow striping. Actually, I've got two different colorways of that. Sorry, gotta hitch my leg up here. There we go. Okay, not as flexible as I used to be. But I've got two different colorways of that, and I want to do the pinwheel sweater along with the Kayuni cardigan out of the other colorway, and I have to decide which one of those I want to do. I want to get Millie's fleece done, which I haven't touched since last week either, and do the traveling sweater? Yeah, the traveling sweater that I talked about last week from Blue Moon Fiber Arts. I don't know why. I'm in a sweater mood. Like, I don't even want to knit socks right now. Yeah. Shocking. I don't get that. I'm just, it's hot out, it's icky, and what do I want to do but knit sweaters? Crazy. That's why we have air conditioning, right? Oh, okay. Oh, and I forgot about, yeah, my felted tweed, felted tweed? I can't remember. That I started the twist, oh my gosh, I'm so awful tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I started the, no, that wasn't it. It was in this one. Oh, shoot. I know it's in here. I thought it was in here. Tangled yoke cardigan. There we go. I was like, twisted cable, twisted cardigan. The tangled yoke cardigan out of Interweave. I think I'm actually wrong. I don't think it's in this one. But I bought this yarn for the tangled yoke cardigan, and yeah, gauge lies. So that one got ripped out. Obviously, there's the ball of yarn still sitting on my desk months later. But I want to use that to do a sweater out of, I think it's out of Fitted Knits. And yeah, just sweaters. That's what I have on the brain right now. So we'll see if any of that comes to fruition. And we're going to break right here, and I will see you guys in a bit and talk about what's on the wheel.